The New York Times interviewing 50 women in 6 weeks, and what some of them had to say was not so flattering. And this morning, another bombshell. One of the women says the New York Times story got it wrong. CNN's Phil Mattingly is here with more on that. Good morning.
Good morning, Carol. Donald Trump has been pushing back hard over the last 24 hours on this front page New York Times story that really exposed relationships with women that looked very untoward, raised a lot of concerns amongst Republican officials I was speaking to throughout the day yesterday. But Trump pushing back hard and now getting some help from one of the main women featured in that magazine story, Roanne Brewer Lane on Fox this morning saying this.
It's very upsetting. I was not happy to read it at all. The New York Times told us several times that they would make sure that my story that I was telling came across. They promised several times that they would do it accurately. They told me several times, and my manager several times, that it would not be a hit piece and that my story would come across the way that I was telling it and honestly, and it absolutely was not. They did take quotes from what I said, and they put a negative connotation on it. They spun it to where it appeared negative. I did not have a negative experience with Donald Trump. He was very gracious. I saw him around all types of people, all types of women. He was very kind, thoughtful, generous. He was a gentleman.
Now, Carol, Donald Trump has been touting that appearance all morning, saying it, quote, blows up the New York Times story. Now, it's worth noting the New York Times story was a story put together over the course of a 6-week investigation. Dozens of women who have worked for Trump or with Trump over the course of his career were spoken to, not just this one woman. It raises a number of concerns and questions, but Trump really seizing on this moment right now, Carol, to push back. And it's an important pushback. This is an area where he's shown great weakness in polling on a general electorate. When you look at women voters, women who would consider voting for him, the campaign will push back hard. Also, something I'm told, the campaign will look to put executives that Trump has elevated within the Trump organization out to talk publicly about Donald Trump in a positive manner in the days and weeks ahead.
Well,